Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL. It's so great to be with you. Actually, this is Friday night. We're actually in a Saturday morning. This is Friday's cast. We'll get to the topic in just a moment. If you're new, grab your smartphone, launch the camera application, and point to the QR code at the top right. Click on the yellow ellipse, and you'll be greeted by my link tree. So lots of great information. Want to thank all of you guys for being here. And you know how we roll. We start on a Saturday with a brand new master topic. We roll all the way through the week, and we end on a Friday, which is actually today, which was yesterday, but it's really today because yesterday was a little crazy. Anyway, do want to thank you for popping in. This is a really great topic this week. I want to thank our friends, colleagues, and wonderful associates for coming back and supporting us. I know it's been about... it's almost a year in just a few weeks that we'll be celebrating 1 year for IFYL. So thank you very much. Hopefully some of the new people become loyal, just like all of you have been. So really, really appreciate all of you. Let's get into the master topic, shall we? How to become more confident. All right. So confidence happens by a certain energy, by a certain feeling, okay? That's how confidence actually works. If you didn't know that, that's exactly how it works. And so I want to share this with you because I think a lot of people don't understand how important it is to have confidence. It's not something that just comes out of nowhere. Okay, it's something that we develop. And as we gain more confidence, we actually gain more respect. More confidence, more respect. And by more confidence and more respect, you know what happens? We actually are able to achieve things a lot faster than we ever believed was possible. So, thinking about confidence for just a moment, I think you can appreciate the fact that confidence is something that everyone wants to aspire to. It's greatness. Confidence is when you're able to do something without doubting yourself. See, that's confidence. Confidence is when you know you've got to make a change and you're not fearful of making the change. Why? Because you know that you can do whatever it takes to make that change. I mean, anything you have to do, anything. So, what does that mean in English? Well, in English, it means that we need to be understanding of what's going on, right? And if we're understanding of what's going on, then people will have a certain trust in us. That's right, I said a trust. So a trust is something that gets built. It's something that gets built. But trust does not happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. Why? I think it's because a lot of people don't understand or they underestimate what trust is really about. They underestimate it. And so they get left holding the bag because they never knew what it was about in the first place. They only become interested because someone else says, oh, you need to do this. And if you need to do something, then you're going to do it. But for whatever reason, when someone tells you to do it, it seems more meaningful than when you decide to just do it yourself. So confidence is if you're studying for a test, that you're going to have the knowledge to pass and do very, very well on that test because of confidence. You studied, you have the answers, you're not going to second guess yourself. All right. Confidence is something we get better at over time. That's right. I said over time, we get better at it. So that means that it doesn't happen in 5 seconds. It doesn't happen in 5 seconds. It happens as we start to become part of a culmination. And this is a process in our life. And so when we get better at it, it's like, oh, I get how that works. Now I actually understand it, right? I understand how it works. And so I know that a lot of you want to be confident in your life. However, you're not. And the reason you're not is very, very simple. It's because you've been listening to everybody else around you. And when you've been listening to everyone else around you, you're like, I just don't know what to do. And the reason you don't know what to do is because you're frustrated. And you're frustrated because you're going nowhere. So this sounds very chaotical. And it is. Confidence is this quiet, inner knowing voice that we establish in ourselves to become better every single day of our life. However, most people don't develop this inner voice, this confidence, because of what their friends say, their families say, colleagues say, peers, workers, other people say. People need to understand that confidence is a vital skill to being successful in life. And if you embrace that truth, then the possibilities of life, I mean, they're just endless, everyone. They're endless. I mean, you can just go on and on and on and on. So confidence comes from within. Sometimes we have to practice a skill. Sometimes we have to, what I want to say is get a leg up. When we get a leg up, we start to develop confidence. Maybe you were in a craft class when you were younger and you figure, oh, I can't make stuff. But then you made something. Maybe I remember the first time I did one of these classes and we had to take a beer bottle. And we took the beer bottle, and then we took tape, masking tape, white masking tape, put it all on the bottle, and then we painted it. And the first time I did it, it was like, it seemed impossible. But then after I did, I'm like, oh, I could do this again. This wasn't hard. This wasn't hard at all to do. I mean, it just was not hard. So if it's not hard, then that means that I guess we can do it very easily. And so this is what happens. People start to get an appreciation for the fact that, hey, I actually am good at that skill. I didn't know I was good at that skill, but I'm good at it. And if you understand that you're good at a skill, okay, then you can appreciate where things are in your life. I said where things are in your life. And knowing that you're developing confidence every single day of your life means that you are getting better. People that become more confident don't get worse, they get better at what they do. Confidence could be something as simple as recognizing that you made a mistake and now you know how to handle this so that you don't make any mistakes in the future. Confidence can also be the fact that you know what went wrong, and now that you know what went wrong, you're able to figure out where you need to go. Okay? Figure out where you want to go. But how do we figure out where we want to do when we keep getting juxtaposed to all these different places? How does that happen? I think it happens because people get on a detour. Now, it's not intentional that they get on this detour, but they get on a detour. And when they get on the detour, they don't know what to say, what to do, where to go. So, confidence is something that is intangible. We can't touch confidence. Okay. We cannot touch confidence. But what we can do is we can embrace confidence. We can embrace it. And when we embrace it, you know what happens? We develop more confidence in our lives. So we talked a lot about this all week. How do you start to build confidence? It's really simple. If you want to become better at something, practice it. Do the research. Find out what other people are doing. If this is something you've never done before in your life, if it is something you've done before and you just want to get better at it, then it might be a case of figuring out why you're going down a certain path. Like maybe you just did an event and the event didn't work very well. You did everything to the nines, but for whatever reason, the event didn't go well. You thought you did everything to the best of your ability, but there was something you missed. There was that little something. So confidence is that intangible piece inside of us that allows us to amplify, to take our next goal to another state. If I have confidence, like I said, in that art project, well, now I could make lots of other art projects. When I first started doing marketing many years ago, I didn't have confidence in myself, but then I quickly developed it. And when I started to see a trend, I started to see that people were gravitating to what I was producing. I said, wow, I'm pretty good at this. And if I'm pretty good at this, then that means I should be confident. Someone can't tell you to be confident. It's not like a magic wand that they wave at you. Confidence is something that you need to become better at every single day of your life. That's how confidence works. You have to become better at it. And if you become better at it, you're going to become more successful in your life. So if you want to become more confident, let's say as a cook, maybe you can watch some programs of other people cooking. You can take some classes, right? You can practice the meals you're going to make before it's a major holiday, so you have the understanding of how to do it. The first time you've ever baked, if you ever baked before, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, right? And your cookies, just like they turned it all flat. What'd you forget to do? Well, you forgot to put the baking powder in. And so when you start to see that things are turning out right, and more times they're turning out right, you focus on that, and you're going to get more of what you want. People say, oh my gosh, it didn't turn out so well. And they keep focusing on it. They're going to get more of what they don't want. So confidence is a lot about our attention. It's a lot about our energy. It's a certain characteristics or set of characteristics, I should say, inside of us that will propel us to go forward toward a goal. If I am a confident reader, then I could pick up anything and I'm happy to read. If I'm a confident musician, then I could sit down and play anything, right? But if I wasn't, then I'd be like making excuses for myself. And see, a lot of people do this because, you see, doing something you haven't done before is hard. And if it's hard, you've got to become better at it. And the only way to become better at it is to chip away a little bit at a time. You guys all can become more confident. And when you're more confident, you can do things. But in order to be confident, you have to start pushing the envelope a little bit further. You have to do things that are uncomfortable in your life. And then I can promise you, confidence will be what manifests in your life. And of course, more success. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this amazing evening. I hope you'll like, love, and support the channel. Definitely comment below, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates, share this out with everyone you know on social media, and then be sure to go to my YouTube channel, John Space, C Space, M Morley, Y Space, serial entrepreneur. Look for that key phrase, help keep our content free. Make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or perhaps a tasty dessert. Either way, we'll be grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, inspirational, motivational content to empower you to change your life. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I'll see you later today with our brand new master topic. Take care, everyone.